Why, hello there, Traveler. Come on, come sit with me, eat with me, drink with me. Welcome, I'm Bordeaux, and this here is Bordeaux Show on its outing in the field. Come on. We toast you, and let's drink for God and for peace. Alright friends, I've brought you all here into this quaint little tower to talk about one of my great interests, which is fantasy. I make armors and talk about history, but I really got interested by it through fantasy shows and movies, which is becoming more and more popular, but less and less creative. Fantasy and sci-fi is more popular than ever, with budgets in tens of millions and even billions, but it's getting less and less fun to visit these worlds. The wonder and creativity inherent to the genre media has been lost in adaptation. Corporate greed superseding all creativity, and rather than make something new, it's stuck drudging up old beaten horses with endless parade of dull mediocrity. One of the great issues modern day fantasy faces is lack of creativity and originality, which is wild to me because fantasy in itself is fantastical. You can make anything up. But modern shows and films tend to make same copy-pasted uninteresting drivel that makes me basically tear up. Before the modern boom, we did have bad fantasy media, but even the worst of B-movie schlock, there was always some sense of passion and creativity you could see on screen. Now everything is so mediocre that if you've seen one, you've seen them all. If we compare modern fantasy films to 80s fantasy shows and films, which most of them are remakes of in these days, in those old films, those makeups and costumes gave it more life, more creativity. Even though a lot of them were very fake, it gave it more playful nature. It's make pretend on a large scale. But now everything is CGI and computer generated, and it degenerated basically in its creativity. The things might look more realistic, but they don't feel real. The magic of film is lost. Funny thing, all these modern movies seem like AI computer generated, but in last few weeks and months, AI generated images became really popular about 80s fantasy reimaginings of modern products, which kind of baffles me that actual artificial intelligence makes more visually interesting and creative products than massive studio media productions that have dozens of writers, hundreds and thousands of creators working on them. As an artist myself, I'm not all too happy about the AI art, but not gonna lie, some of them look pretty cool. I think it's that AI is pulling from creative people's work, while Hollywood is almost completely drained of all creativity. A lot of these films and shows seem to hate the original project. Like it kind of makes me kind of makes me cry how they butcher the original films and shows and books that we all love into this horrible mess of amalgamation of nothingness, which is like, why do you make something with a pre-existing fan base to then hate on and annoy and bother that fan base to make them hate you and become anti-fans? Wouldn't you rather have pre-existing audience be your marketing wing? Free market, they give you free marketing. If fans know that they're going to be a really fun original adaptations of their properties, all of them would rush and tell all their friends, watch this. But you make them hate what you make. These modern films make the original fans despise the product and they become anti-fans to tell their friends, do not watch them, do not support them. I personally do not understand this. So, dear viewer, what do you think about the state of the fantasy media? I personally think we shouldn't rely on corporations to steward our fandoms, but be creative on our own. Make stuff, share them, and support other creatives we like. I'm trying out different ideas and I'll be making different styles of videos, throwing things at the wall, see what people like, so your feedback will be really appreciated. More videos to come about history, more rant videos, more podcast rambologues, and maybe even some animations. Who knows? We shall see. Alright, thanks and take care.